Here we have it, the deciding vote after 8 days. I do apologize, my computer broke and then broken several times over. So, I've counted the votes from the last video. I don't know how to tell you this, but it's a tie. I got 2 Skype messages, which voted for Sem. So if you go and count the votes in the video, in the comments, it's, I think, 7-5. And then 1.5 for Galen, I think it was. But then I got 2 Skype messages from people who didn't want to comment, thank you, saying, no, you should go Sem. So it's 7-7. So, we're going to elect for the democratic option. The option of skill. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by its toe. If it hollers, let it go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Oh, Sem. Look, we've done the democratic thing, okay? If that's not justice, I don't know what is. So, unfortunately, you're going down. I'm sorry, buddy. Sem is responsible for Lev's death. He bore a grudge against him and finally saw the opportunity to act on it. What? I'm sorry, Sem. Lev had already been beaten up by Istvan's men and weakened by a potent medication. Who would pay attention to some bite marks? What about the city? Did I try to destroy it too? Look, the logic isn't watertight, okay? I'll be the first to admit that. This is your prison, isn't it? And it was Istvan's verdict that got your family killed. I don't know how you did it, but I'd say that's a strong motive. Yeah, who needs to know the why or how? We've got a vague why. We don't know the how, but we're pretty sure you did. You know it's not true. I'm aware. Are you sure it was Sem, Yanni? No. I mean, we've gone the democratic option. We have to do this. I'm sure. Finally, do your job, Captain. We'll have to arrange for someone else to take care of the dogs from now on. Let's go, Sem. How could you? This is what I get for finally trusting someone. Look, it's not my fault, okay? I think you're right. I don't think you did it. But the gods of Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo lay on you. So, I mean, I don't know what to say, really. Please, believe that this is best for everyone. Oh, what an ominous statement. He's fucking totally getting out. Except for me, and that too. Chapter 4. Revelations. That's ominous. That chapter is no way of not sounding ominous. Oh, hello. Enough dreaming, boy. You have some explaining to do. Nana, get it. Man, he is a long way outside of the city. No one noticed when he just wandered off, did they? I wish you'd come sooner. You must be mad about the trial and other things. I'm so sorry for being part of this charade. Don't be silly, child. This city has always been corrupt beyond repair. Do you really think I expect you to rebel against it? I'm hoping not. But you're not happy with me, Nana, I can tell. Calling someone Nana is really weird. That's what I call my grandmother. It's, you got yourself into quite a mess and pulled through by the skin of your teeth. Look, we pulled through, alright? You're right, I've been over it 1,000 times. I acted recklessly. Your decision was rational but risky. You noticed the danger that Lev posed and acted accordingly, if not very elegantly. In other words, you were sloppy, Galen. Yes, Nana, I'm sorry. I would say that, you know, if you want a job done, do it yourself, but I guess if you went to a really paranoid, insane city dressed like that, they're probably going to think weird things, aren't they? Don't be, it changes nothing. Just learn a lesson from your mistake. What matters right now is that together with Yanni, you have the chance to save both systems. It won't be easy, of course. You'll need to save all your talents to survive what's coming. I vow to help people in need, and I intend to respect that oath. I can't fail now. There's too much at stake. Ah, yes, your vows. I always find it strange that people see oaths as beautiful displays of virtue and fail to notice their pragmatic dimension. Yeah, come on, we're looking at you, paladins. Some smart man or woman invented the first oath for a very simple reason, to make those who took it try harder. If you find your duty motivating, go ahead and fill your vows. Spirits, I forgot how easily you can see right through me. Real pity you can't be here with me. This adventure turned out to be more than I bargained for. More importantly, your first foreign romance turned out much more complicated than most. Wouldn't it be dull otherwise? Cassia is a very enjoyable distraction. How do you know? Is one of my eyes yours? Perhaps more than that, even. Now that I think about it, he may be the best thing that's happened to me since I came here. Well, I mean, that's a bit offensive to Yanni, if I'm being honest, but sure. Careful, child. Enjoy it, but don't grow too attached, or you may up with even more to regret. You had a first taste, but the worst is still to come. Solstice draws near. You can feel it, can't you? Yes, it feels cold and heavy, like a cloud brimming with thunder, but without a drop of rain. It doesn't feel right. There's a lot of energy around, but it doesn't make me feel stronger. Quite the opposite, in fact. I'd appreciate some advice here. If I remember anything from Cinder, she's going to give you feckle advice. I wish I had any. I wish I had any? You mean some. This is an alien to me as it is you. Only Northerners understand these things. Oh, good. Well, we're one of them now, because we didn't get thrown into prison. That's what I'll be telling them. These are wild. Nana? By the waters. Kala. Alright, what's happening to Galen? Something weird is happening to Galen. Has he been... Okay. You protect me. Galen? Get a grip, boy. It was Lev. How did he... Looks like your past has caught up with you. Some ugly curses are at work in this city. But that was that Lev's actual spirit or just a phantom? So much suffering permeates the waters that they nearly have a will of their own. You'll have to confront them, but you must control your heart and mind. What does that even mean? What you just saw could have been a dead man's apparition or a figment of your own imagination. There is no way of knowing for sure. Good, so we can't even go around asking, because we might look a bit weird. Whichever is the case, I should be the one who's in control. You are prepared for this. Your affinity for water, knowledge of herbs and potions, and ability to read people. These are all precious tools. Use them. Let go of guilt. That's what lured the Spectre here. Your mind must be your fortress. And remember that Yanni can do things you can't. You complement each other, but only if you cooperate. You're a Gede. Get out here and make me proud. Now wake up. Wake up? Okay, so that's how we got that far out without freezing to death then. So I dream conversations with people? I'm not a fan of this at all. I can let you in, but I'm not sure he'll want to talk to you. Yeah, more like sink his teeth into our neck. Please, he's here because of me. I owe him an explanation at the very least. So you don't actually think he's guilty. Allow me to congratulate you on becoming a true citizen then. Didn't take that long. You didn't seem to have any problem arresting him. Why didn't you speak up if you had any doubts? I don't think justice needs another martyr. My role here is to do what Istvan and his lackeys order. You can't judge me and then use that same excuse when I point the finger. Then stick to it. Now, please, let me speak to Sem in private. Yeah, so be it. I'll be right outside, Sem. If you want me to throw her out, just let me know. Why, Yanni? I had to talk to you. I know this isn't a pleasant situation for you to be in. Don't start off with that. I think he's well aware. But, no, why did you do it? I had no choice, Sem. I'm sorry. God. Even the game is judging me. The game is judging you. Okay? This isn't me. This is you. This is you, Smiters. And the gods of Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo. This is your fault. How does this make it right? You know I didn't do it. Yes, but no excuses. Why did you sentence me? I could have pointed at Istvan, but you know how that would have ended. And without me, there would be no one to repair the system. How noble of you. Would you listen? I had to remain free so I could save the city and everyone in it. The same goes for Galen. I can't deal with magic alone. You were the only option that gave us any chance of surviving Solstice. You could have blamed anyone. Laura, for one, could use some time away from Istvan, or Constance. She would have been well treated. No one would have believed me. You saw Lev that night. You had the opportunity and the reputation. So you stand by your choice? I'm sorry, Sam, but there was no other way. Oh, what? You're not even going to try and say, hey, we'll get you out of here eventually. Not going to try and make it right. You just... We've become evil. Well done, everyone. We're now evil. Ha, for a moment I thought you believed what you were saying. Glad that's not the case. Your conscience will eat away at you. Now leave. Sam, Cassia, please get her out of here. Gladly. Well, we tried. For a blissful moment, all were convinced order was restored. No, I'm not sure I like moment. That would refer to a minute comprising of 60 seconds. Otherwise known as not a fucking lot. With the evil deed punished, I had time to make basic repairs. The system was more or less stable for the time being. Yet more than a week had passed and I made no progress in my investigation. The saboteur was careful not to leave me any more clues. My magical friend offered little help, being more interested in his shrubs and herbs than our mission. He wasted days performing dozens of dubious rituals before finally admitting defeat. To make it worse, Istvan was getting more paranoid by the day. I began to fear for my own safety. Ignorance as to my predecessor's fate did little to put me at ease. Then someone disrupted the flow to the point that the dome weakened. For the first time in centuries, city inhabitants experienced snowfall. Oh good. Okay, so basically what you're saying is it got cold. I was painfully aware that no one would help me prevent whatever scheme the saboteur had planned for Solstice. All I could do was search the city inch by inch. I'll be honest, I'm not helpful at all. I'm not hopeful at all. In the end, I'm glad I didn't lock you up. I definitely wouldn't want to deal with this by myself. I love you too. Thanks. Could you do something about those lights, though? They're killing my eyes. They've switched to emergency mode. I'll see if I can, but don't get your hopes up. What lights? Has something changed and I haven't realised? Must have done. Did you notice the snow? If you don't restore the dome, flickering lights will be the least of our problems. That's a branching problem. That would suggest that in another story, they're not having that problem at the moment. Well, shit. I wish I could. I can try another crazy ritual later, but right now there's something else I'd like to do. You know how I can still sense Lev's presence in here? This could be of use to us. Yes, let's bother the dead a day before Solstice. What a marvellous idea. We're not going to bother the dead. I wouldn't call it bothering. A friendly chat, maybe. Exchanging gossip, a couple of jokes. It's not like they're busy with fading from this world and all. I mean, it gets them out of the house, I guess. I always have time for the good doctor. We have a score to settle after all. Don't touch him. What? He's the one who wants to talk to me. All I intend to do is grant him his wish. I doubt that's all. I don't trust you. Yanni, who are you talking to? No one. Bit too late for that. No one else can hear me. You're crazy. You're seeing things. Okay, good. We're not crazy. That wouldn't happen. The whole idea of being crazy is you don't know you're crazy. If you think you're crazy, chances are you're not crazy. So the fact that he's had to say, yeah, you're actually going crazy, doesn't mean we are. We got some weird curse put on us. My vengeful intentions are just a figment of your imagination. Interesting, isn't it? Solstice is a day away. We're in a place of recent death and you're talking to a wall. Tell me what you're seeing. Stop bothering me, I'm fine. Are you sure? Yes, entirely sure. I'll just go do your thing and let me focus on the system. I'll fill him full of hope, will you? If you say so, I'll just be around the corner if you need me. You didn't want to share me with the good doctor? What are you? I could be Lev's spirit, having gained strength from the nearing solstice, or I could be some other presence, intent on messing with your mind. I doubt that. There are far better targets for a power-hungry apparition. Admitting you're too weak for the saboteur to bother with is bold. I will give you that. There are other possibilities, though. Did you notice that we speak alike? Perhaps I am you. Perhaps Solstice is tomorrow. You weren't strong enough to endure its influence. I don't think that's the case. Getting arrogant to an apparition. Try asking questions. Now's not the time for cocky replies. You can tell your mates down the pub all of the witty replies you'd like, but if we're all dead in a few days, it doesn't matter, really, does it? Of course, you're unflappable, stronger than the rest of us, well above normal humans. I used to believe that too, you know. I was certain I could take anything in the name of my research. Look, I've had my share of grief in life. I've managed to endure it all so far. One city with peculiar weather phenomena won't kill me. Tell that to the snowstorm. I'll be waiting for you here in case it does, just like it brought down your predecessor. And me. In case you really are Lev, I want you to know that I did all I could to find out who harmed you. I am still trying. That's lovely. Really? But I don't care about my life when I was living it. Why would I now? What a happy outlook, I guess. Yeah, who cares about dying? I didn't care about it before, I don't now. Very well then, we'll speak about things that concern me. If you say so. We haven't asked about, like, Klar once, have we? Fun fact, because my computer broke, I had to go back and do all the choices. There are, like, so many choices in this game. I'd taken it for granted, but there are so many. And I think I only asked about Klar once throughout this entire playthrough. Every time we've taken the other options, so I think we need to go for Ask Who Guided Him. Listen, you couldn't have caused so much damage by yourself. Someone had to have guided you. Was it Istvan or Galen? Why would I tell you anything about that? If your companion succeeds, none of us will survive the true winter, not even Slava. Slava? The minute I became unstable, she turned to the next man. I look forward to her demise. At least my teacher was honest, cold and relentless when it came to our goal, true, obsessed to the point of insanity. But when I saw the passion in those eyes had made up for all the harshness, the bond between teacher and student is deeper than you can imagine. As if. I was raised by teachers. They don't care about you. You're just a task that must be dealt with. This was different. What we shaped was trust. Perhaps even love in its purest form. We shared our deepest desires. You couldn't possibly understand it. My teacher showed me more about Kalar and rituals than I could have ever imagined. I almost envy you in a way. One of my supervisors once told me that close attachment hinders learning. We had a rotation system. No teacher would stay with you longer than 1 year. That way, our only true attachment was to the faculty. I could see the wisdom of that. Feelings make you easy to manipulate. My teacher understood that Kalar and the power of Solstice could end the misery of everyone in the city. We helped each other. No, instead of searching for Kalar, you supported the city's destruction. Tell me who your teacher is so we can prove it. Right. Because I trust you over the only person who ever showed me compassion, over someone I love. You're wasting my time. Time that I don't have. I think I'll just ignore you, so you might as well leave. Or vanish. You can't afford to ignore me, after all. I could hold valuable information. It doesn't matter if you're not going to tell me it, does it? Like, what's the point? I could just sit here, it's fine. This access pool has very limited options. I could attempt redirecting the flow and unlocking basic functions, but it would disrupt the system somewhat. Though I suppose this is as disrupted as it gets. I died here, you know, right at the pool. Wouldn't you like to know how it happened? The system is voice activated, so I should probably try the opening commands first. Grant access, faculty control. Oh, it's no use. Face it, you're helpless. You need all the help you can get. And here I am, just waiting for you to change your mind. I could try entering sequences by hand until I find the correct one, but that could take weeks. The system resets every hour. You're all alone in this. Nobody will care if you die here. This is my only option for now. Slim chances are better than none. Let's begin. 1, 1, 1. Even now you're gone, nobody misses you. You're not even valuable as a faculty tool. Let's try the next combination. Nobody gives a thought in your absence. You're nothing. And another. Ha! It started! In all probability, this shouldn't have happened, but it did. Get a grip, Yanni. You only have one shot at this. The system will reset in a matter of minutes, and this access point is limited. I can try to locate the main control chamber through the flow. I could do the rest from here if it works. Or I could set a trap for the saboteur and let the system overload locally. Then it'll harm the next person to use the main control chamber. Fuck. That's a difficult choice. I could set a trap. We did take poison with Galen, so that's probably the one we should go for. What was the other one? could locate the main control chamber through the flow. Do the rest from there. Pretty sold on it probably being Istvan at this point, right? So, you could set a trap, but then if it turns out to be Istvan, what can you really do about that? You know, I think we need to locate the main control chamber. We'll figure it out next episode. It's fine. It's fine. I'll see you then.